We are going to Thrift Like a Stylist episode 2. We are tackling summer, and I think one of the biggest things that comes up during the summer is, of course, weddings, showers, parties, things where we're outside and we want to dress fabulous. And so I think thrifting those looks can be so much fun. And I wanted to share with you one of my little fun recipes for creating a magical summer party look that isn't your typical idea. The recipe that I love is finding a romantic vintage skirt. Preferably, I like more of a midi or maxi length, and then combining it with something unexpected. So a romantic blouse that I find at the thrift store, even another skirt that I create a blouse from, or even those kind of mother of the bride, I like to call them, little jacket situations that we find at thrift stores a lot. So that is my goal today, to find options and show you what I'm talking about when it comes to creating that wedding, summer party, summer festivities, magical recipes. So it starts for me with finding the skirt, which I am in particular looking for a vintage skirt, and it could be really from any era. But the way that I do that often is just by starting to look through the racks and look for tags that are vintage tags, or even looks handmade. If it's, something more current, it's probably not exactly what I'm looking for, but I think I just found one. Okay, this is a perfect vintage skirt. This would be amazing at a summer party. I love this floral print. It even has little eyelet lace trim on the bottom, and it's got all that volume. I also look for often cotton pieces or silk, and with cotton I like it because there's going to be volume, structure, and I know it's made out of a really good material. And then I think with something like this, finding maybe like a romantic puff sleeve blouse and then a really great belt to cinch it in, or another skirt, which I don't know if I'll be able to find that today, but I will talk through that idea with you. Another type of skirt that I might look for besides that cotton romance is what I like to call like early 2000s prom, or even late 90s prom or party. There's often those skirts that were probably with a top. I think I found one in my last video where we talked the max out trend. So that would be something that I would look for, is more of those party skirts that used to be paired with something. And I think I found a really good one here. Oh my gosh, this is beautiful, and this would be perfect. And it's got a really great vintage tag in it. Look at this gorgeous sequin maxi skirt with this incredibly high slit. This could be amazing for summer weddings. And I actually think something like this would be really fun to pair with a white button down to create an effortless chic look for a wedding. And then, some big statement earrings and some fabulous shoes, or even some kind of, summery top, if it's like a tube top or something like that, to go with it. So I think pieces like this are really fun also, because you could go really glam with this, but you could also go really like a little bit pared down, a little bit more easy breezy, even though you're wearing a sequin high slit skirt. And then the idea that I have for that purple floral skirt that I wanted to share with you, I'm not finding great options for it here at the store, but I think I'll try to find something that at least gives you the idea. What you're going to look for is something like this, not this one exactly, but this idea. You're going to look for a skirt that's more of a mini or like knee-length skirt that's elastic on the waist, and we're going to create even 2 to 3 tops with this to go with the skirt. It creates such a fun, whimsical look, and I cannot wait to show you, so stay tuned for that. Now we've got to go find some maybe blousey tops or white button downs to go with those other skirts. To pair with the purple skirt for the first idea, I'm looking for kind of that white, it doesn't have to be white, but I think today I'm looking for maybe that white prairie top. romantic puff sleeves, think cottagecore, that idea. I just spotted this. This isn't exactly what I'm looking for, but just to give you a little bit of an idea, something that feels airy and has more of a puff sleeve. And then what's going to be great is that when we tuck it in with that full vintage skirt and even belt it, I feel like instantly I'm transported to a wedding in Italy. My hair is split down the middle. I have big fabulous gold earrings on or something with tassels or color. So that's the idea. And you really can find that at most thrift stores. I mean, here's even another option. Not my favorite, but this idea. Let's see if we can find one though that's a little bit more on the mark of what I'm looking for. I just found one I feel like that's pretty good. This is a Michael Kors shirt. What I like about this is that there's no elastic waist or anything, and because this is more flouncy, it's going to create even more drama when we tuck it in with the skirt, and it's going to create all that volume and all of the romance that we're looking for. And then with the sequin skirt, I think a just crisp button down, and I love to look in the men's section usually for these because they're not going to have the extra tailoring that a woman's shirt would have. It's just going to be just not all the little like tucks and zhuzhing. It's just going to have what I'm looking for. I'm not really finding, this is a tuxedo shirt. Actually, this could be really cool. A men's tuxedo, a men's tuxedo shirt with that and maybe open, you know, in the front. So that idea, or we could look for one that is a great color or something that might pair really well with this sequin top. And I also think something really fun is if you're going to more of a, you know, beachside situation, a Hawaiian shirt could be incredible. And I feel like finding a tropical print shirt at a thrift store is one of the easiest finds. They're always in the men's section, so now it's just about finding the right one. Again, I like if I can find one that's more vintage versus a newer brand, but if I can't, I'll show you without a vintage one. I'm not sure this is the best one that I would pair with it, but I think this could work just for today, just giving you the idea. So I'm going to show you, this is the skirt, this top with it, and actually the sequins kind of sparkle and give off some of the purple tones that are in the shirt as well. So now let's start the styling process, putting together these ideas really just to spark your brain and so that you can go into your thrift store and find some magical dress-up clothes for all your summer festivities. So I have the two pieces on. As you can see, it's so much fun with all this volume, and then you could actually belt it here and blouse this out, or you could tuck it in. So I'm going to show you. It's already so cute. So here it is tucked in, and I just take this little rope kind of tie belt that I found here and tucked it in, and as you can see, it turns into just the perfect, I feel like, outdoor party, wedding look. I also want to see it with the shirt out and then belted over the shirt because I think that could be really great too. I would choose a different belt, but here is the look, and again, it's so gorgeous and it feels perfect. I love with shirts like this too, you can do some tucking on the side to create more of a little drape and a little happening moment there, a little Vivienne Westwood magic. So this is just such a fun, perfect way to dress up a look for this summer. And now here is the other idea on taking a shorter skirt with an elastic waist. Like I said, this isn't maybe my first pick, but as you can see, it's already fun. It's two tiers, and then really it's all about the styling. So how you belt it, where you belt it, you can create so many different looks. Ooh. Okay, here it's belted. I did a lower waist belting, so that's an idea. Let's belt it up here and then do some billowing. I'm back to using the little tie just because it's easy. I could kind of do whatever I want with it, and so you can just tie it at the waist. I actually like to do a little loop tie, not a full bow, and just have one little piece sticking up. You can pull it off to the side and then really just billow it out however you want. And then you've created another magical look. I played around with it a little bit more. So this is how I would wear it. And then also, again, you can do that same idea. If you want, you could pull up some of your skirt and tuck it in here. You could pull up these pieces and tuck them into your belt. Also, if you have another skirt that's long, I've done this where I have two longer skirts. I've done the same styling where I've layered one on top of the other, and then I pull the top one up and tuck it into the belt to create this like bustle detail. So that's a really fun idea to play with as well. It's just it's so much more fun. I don't know. It's just really fun to find magical pieces in thrift stores and put them together in unique and different ways and create so many different outfits just out of a few pieces and completely transform the look. And when you go to those parties, people will be like, oh, I love your dress. And you'll be like, great, I found it at the thrift store and it's actually 2 skirts. So just that idea of playing is so important. Just get in front of the mirror and just play, think of different ways to wear things. Also, I want to show you one more idea that you can do with this style skirt. It's going to be a little tricky with this one, but I'll show you. So this one is not a great one, but if you do have an elastic waist skirt that's full, that you have a lot of volume here, you can wear it as a one shoulder and then do the same kind of belting. So that's just an idea. This is not a great version of what I'm looking for, but just even some of those 90s skirts that are super twirly but are elastic waist, you can create a little one shoulder moment, and the exact same rules apply. Just belt it, do all kinds of little zhuzhing and pinning. And here is the other idea of taking one of those fabulous skirts, this one sequin long with the slit up, and then I just paired it with a men's tuxedo shirt. I have my bloomers on underneath, but I love this idea, just finding these vintage skirts, you know, the Y2K look from the prom era of that time, or, you know, an evening probably was part of a set, and then just finding a men's button down. I love actually the idea of this with the tuxedo shirt. You could leave it just like this, or if you wanted, you could belt it. I actually like it on its own. And then I would probably do some really fabulous big earrings, my hair slicked back, some really great strappy shoes, and you're good to go. I think I'm going to try it with the Hawaiian shirt to see if that idea is fun as well, but this is a winner for sure. Yeah, I really love it. Here's the tropical shirt idea, and I think this is great too. I love this. I mean, this shirt actually works, but I think you could definitely find something a little bit better than this. But even if you wanted to roll the sleeves, tuck it in, wear some colorful earrings with this, but I think this is a really great way to do more of a kind of relaxed but glam look for some of the parties, and especially if you're doing like a beachside wedding or something. I love this idea. I think this could be so much fun, or even kind of the rehearsal dinner, some of those pre-wedding festivities or whatever, summer festivities and summer fun. And then of course your summer festivities best friend is a vintage dress. So let's go see what we can find to just inspire you to find some magical vintage dresses for your summer. And a lot of the same tips apply when it comes to looking through dresses. I do a lot of scanning because I can often tell from the print, the material, the shapes, the sleeve, if it's a piece that I'm going to be drawn to. And also I always love to look at the tags and see if they're vintage. Of course, I don't have to only find vintage, but those are the pieces usually that I love the most. So we're gonna start scanning, and I just kind of look along and see the fabrics, and right in front of me are 2 that look vintage. Okay, that one is not, but yes, this one is. Oh my gosh, so much fun. Look at this drop waist, black with gold polka dot tunic dress. You know what this reminds me of is Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter is Dead. I could totally see this, and then you can see that very 80s tag. So this could be fun during the summer with just some little ballet flats and a big bow in your hair. Something wild and fun. I love that, and all of the glam of the black and the gold. And then if a thrift store has formal wear, I am there. I don't go by the rule of I have nowhere to wear this. I just buy it, because you never know when you need a fabulous gown And honestly, you don't need it. You just wear it for anything that you want to. And I feel like these are the pieces that I keep in my closet forever. I love to lend out to friends whenever they have things to go to. It's just so much fun. So I always think if you find a gorgeous formal gown and you love it, you should buy it. I just have to show you this. I think might be a wedding dress. It's gorgeous. Look at this dress with this beautiful waist detail, and it wraps around the back as well. It's so heavy and so full. It's very tiny on top, but this one I probably can't bring home. But it really is pretty magical, and it has a really great, I would say this is maybe early 2000s or 90s bride. The big full skirt is what gets me. Back to scanning, and I'm just looking through. Ooh, okay. See this? This is a print that I'm like, this is a vintage print. Oh my gosh. Wow. Gino, made in Italy. Look at this gorgeous. Like, you can just tell the detail and the quality of this piece. All of the colors, literally it's perfect condition. I don't even know if this was ever worn. 1970s little dress. Oh, wouldn't this be great? Like, I see this on a summer vacation by the seaside with a big straw hat and some little sandals, and oh my goodness, I want to be like on the coast of maybe Italy in this. Wouldn't that be fabulous? Or a scarf in your hair. Oh, that's such a dream. Something I am always scanning for when it comes to dresses is a puff sleeve. That's so easy to see. It's puffing out of the rack, and I just spotted one. This is not summery necessarily, but this is such a fun dress. Look at these puff sleeves with shoulder pads, all of this smocking here at the front with the little bows and its drop waist. It even has the original vintage tag on it. That makes me so happy. Wow, it's actually really light and airy. I love this. I mean, you can't go wrong with a puff sleeve dress. It's just the best. It's so romantic. Yes, please. A little more scanning, and I spotted this is a really dreamy summer vintage dress. I haven't taken it off yet, the rack, because I like to build up the anticipation. Okay. Oh my gosh. Wow. This is handmade, probably 1960s, little butter yellow. Has a little yellow ribbon. It's a baby doll dress. It's so sweet. It's so sweet summer. Oh. Can you guys believe this? This just comes from scanning. You just scan. I just knew. I was like, this eyelet fabric is vintage and it's so dreamy. So that is just a little taste of some of the amazing vintage dresses that we just found here at Savers. That is today's episode of Thrifting Like a Stylist, Summer Party Festivity Edition. I had so much fun taking you around the store and giving you some fresh ideas for your summer fun. And let me know if you use any of these styling ideas. And one of my favorite things is when you all send me photos of yourself in looks on Instagram. So please DM me. I would love to see them. And if you like this video, you can give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe to my channel. I have new videos every single Thursday. And finally, always my dress up. Bye!